Okay, y'all. So we got to talk about this most recent story where a young lady was out and about and the gentleman asked her for her number. She refuses and he hits her in the face with a brick. The reason why I was talking about this story is because there's been so many men coming out saying that, oh, well, she shouldn't have been talking all this mess, or I guess saying other things that she said to him, or hey, she got what she deserved. Hey, it's not black men's job to protect you when you acting all this or all that. Listen, let's just say what people don't want to say. The reality of the situation is that in most situations, I find when there are black men around, and I just have to be very honest, and there is a confrontation between a man and a woman where a man is being violent, aggressive, whatever, they do not wish to insert themselves because they understand that, okay, this could mean that I lose my life trying to protect this woman. And since this woman is of no relationship to me, she is of no, kin to me in any kind of way, I do not wish to insert myself and potentially lose my life for an unknown. And that is really how black men feel. This is not about, this woman or whether or not she was deserving or not. This is the overall mindset of black men. If it ain't my mama, my sister, my girl, my auntie, one of those, my child, they're not inserting themselves because they understand that this could mean a loss of life just as a reaction to, the situation. Now, what I do not like in this situation, because at least that would be the truth. That is just the absolute truth of the matter. But what I do not like is when you have men who come on in their little podcasts or their little shows or whatever, their little videos, skits or whatever, and they say that, oh, she's undeserving for any reason to be protected from an act of violence that could literally have killed her. We are not talking about this man throwing, some small object at her that would have been humiliating, but yet still, not fatal. We're not talking about this man getting in her face and yelling at her, something that would be intimidating, but yet still not fatal. We're talking about an actual act of violence. And you don't have to defend or try to tear this woman down or try to, just completely, defame her character as some sort of response or some sort of reason as to why she didn't deserve protection. You can simply say what I just said, which is that black men, very specifically, because I'm just being honest, they do not believe in inserting themselves unless the woman who is potentially being harmed is of kin or some relationship. They if it's a very if it's a friend of theirs that they have feelings for, I mean, whether it be romantic or just they this is someone that they care about, they know very well, they might insert themselves. But a black man truly in his mind thinks this could be my last breath trying to defend this woman, because we know that unfortunately people in our culture have a tendency when it comes to men to pull out the scrap and say, hey, this is how I'm going to handle this. If you want to come against me, I carry. I'm good with this. And I'm just saying that is just a reality. The other day I was out and I think I was in front of like a pizza place, and this man he bumped this other man, and dude was like, man, you ain't gonna say sorry? And he was just like, say sorry? He's like, yeah, man, you just hit me, you ain't gonna say sorry? And the gentleman came up and was reaching for his gun, like, what you want to do? And I'm sitting there thinking, like, dang. And because things like that go on when there's male confrontation, and because black men, you don't know who's strapped and who's not, and that's how things often do end, you all just are not willing to step out in that particular area or do anything in that particular instance because you don't know if that is going to be the response or that's going to be the case. And like I said, I can appreciate the truth and saying, listen, I'm not willing to put up my life for, potentially put up my life for a woman that I just don't know. I mean, I don't want that to happen to her. I wish that hadn't happened to her. That's really messed up. But I understand, where I live, or I understand, type of people that we were dealing with, that, this could end in a fatality for me trying to protect her. And I only do that for my loved ones or people I care about. I'm sorry. And I can appreciate at least a man saying that. But like I said, what I do not appreciate is that those who are coming on saying, well, she deserved it. And like anybody would deserve that. Or she shouldn't have done this and maybe that wouldn't have happened. Shut up. That's not true. Whoever hit her with a brick was mentally gone, ill. Something was completely off. That man should never have hit her with a brick. And that's where that conversation ends. You can simply give your reasons as to why you would not have done it yourself, but don't try to defame this woman's character as a reason as to why you would not have done it. That is so cowardice. That is just you trying to find another avenue as a man to defend why you were not willing to step up and do something to protect a woman. Forget a black woman, a woman, period.